Hi guys, welcome to the Saving Money Show with me, your host Sean. I apologise for any background noise, we are outside today. Right, so we're going to start with the antitrust hearings and then we're going to move on to some EVs, which is why Elon is in there. But I just thought this was so funny, I use this as a case. I thought the hearings were the funniest ones, considering Google and Apple and Amazon were saying, no, we're not too big for a boost, we're not conglomerates, we're not so big that we need to be broken up. And then Facebook went, it was their turn, they went and threw everyone under the bus, as in, well, what about Apple? What about Amazon? What about Google? They're the ones you should be looking at. They're the ones who are all these big ones who are against competition. They're the ones who aren't inviting competition. We are. I just thought it was funny. Rather than the four of them banding together, they just went apart. Now we head into looking at Kodak, but before then, and don't forget to hit that lovely like button, almost as lovely as me. Helps with the YouTube algorithm and getting the video out to more people. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Become part of the Saving Money Show family. We give each other hints and tips and updates about stocks and shares we talk about on the show. As well as that, you can ask me to look into any share you want, and I don't charge a Discord fee or ask for a Patreon. All I do ask is for you to comment in the box below and hit the like button. Even if you disagree with me, especially if you disagree with me, I like a debate, and if I do something wrong, I want you to call me on it so I can improve the channel. And why not check out the links in the description below? There's lots of others. I've used each one of them myself. I wouldn't give you links if I haven't checked them out myself. If you're looking for a free trading platform which should trade your stocks and shares, you can get a free share worth up to £200 for signing up and depositing a small amount. A free trade only requires a £1 deposit. The others require £100 or dollars, depending on which one you go for. Stake has over 3,500 US stocks on their books, which is the biggest one outside of the US. Whereas Trading 212 is one of the best and easiest platforms to use. But as I said, I use all three. Anyway, on with the show. So Kodak have had their run up. I bought one share with $2 I had, and I have had a run up. Why am I selling? Because it's a bubble. Obviously, you can see it's a bubble, and it's about to go down. It's about to burst. It was a loan. It wasn't a payment like with the pharma companies. Why did I go in at $2 if I think it's not going to do anything? Well, a couple of reasons. Why didn't I put that $2 elsewhere? They were loss making. Their film business is gone. It's dying. They sold their digital business a long time ago to Apple, which was a mistake in my opinion. They are holding on with fingertips to their film business, and they could be making money from the film business if they changed it, because there's plenty of people who like using the old film business, but they're not willing to change it. But that's them, they're a dying brain. And I thought, I went to opticians the other day, and you know what I saw? I saw everyone is used to Specsavers and then the cheaper ones like Boots and Asda, and I saw Kodak opticians. You know, and I thought that's a great idea. They have the lenses, they have all things, you know, but they don't capitalise on these things. They don't market them. They don't follow through. But I thought, I've got a spare $2, I'll put it in. Anyway, enough about my story. Why I'm selling. They can use this loan to change their business, but history shows they won't. They can use this loan to set up themselves up as a pharma company, but they have to pay it back. This loan was put by the American taxpayers so that it could bring jobs to America, and it will in the short term. But if Kodak don't use it properly, it's not going to do any good. I think every reaction is an overreaction. It's run up too much. I'll sell. I'll get $34 out of it. I'll put that $34 into something else, and that's the only reason. And we go to Kandi. We just had another run up. We would have free extra money. This has been on the news that Kandi America, a subsidiary of Kandi Technologies Group, is, and we know when I spoke about Kandi and getting into it, that they supply Neo and a number of other EV cars with parts. That Kandi America will be releasing 2 cars, and I think it's going to be tough because there's so many companies. They're releasing it in the US. There's so many EV makers at the moment that they can be eaten up. This is the one they shouldn't have bothered with. It's the K23. It's 30,000, 22,000 after tax. Now, no offence, it looks like something from a Transformers show. And if I was going to pay 22,000, I think I'd wait and see if Fisker are able to bring their car up to scratch, and I'd get their car instead. Now, the one I am interested in is the K27. Doesn't look like much, but this is the only hope they have. If you can get it for 13,000 after the tax credit, then there are a lot of people on low income who can't afford an EV car, that this could be their entry into the EV market. Now, that is the only hope they have, and they should have gone all in on this one, in my opinion, because it's an ugly looking car. Don't berate me for thinking it's ugly. A lot of people, there's the odd person out there who think I am. I don't know why. But the thing is, you may think it's a brilliant design, but the fact is, design aside, it's practical, but it gives 100 miles range. Fair enough. The ones from 2012 were the maximum range was 100 miles, and now you have the fact that you can get it for this much. Now, it's a no barter price, whereas a lot of dealerships you can barter. I remember my Nissan Leaf, I got the executive level with all the added extras and colour I wanted for about 14,000 with free MOT for life, free service for life, or everything thrown in. And that was buying the battery, not leasing. This is the one they should bank on. However, again, I would be taking profits in this. If you want to just take out your initial investment and a bit of profit and keep the rest in, see how far it goes, fine. Nothing wrong with that. I've done that myself in the past. But it's I think they will be gobbled up. I think the only chance they got is the K27, but we'll see. Nah, we spoke about that. Sorry about this. I'm going to be speaking about 2 stocks to look out for. First one is Lightpath Technologies, and I suggest you do your own research, because tell the truth, there is a lot that this company produces and a lot they deal with. I'm not going to go into too much detail because I'm running out of time. However, if you look at its financials, it's been growing year on year. And total current assets, the total liabilities are less than the total current assets. You can go back and see how it's been improving year on year. It's got cash flow, so I think it's it's got 491 million in cash. I think it's one to look into. Now another one is Hoya Inc. I hope I spelled that right, said that right. Ticker symbol HUYA. Now again, when you look at the financials, and I'll explain why in a few minutes. Now, its total liabilities are 2.6 billion, which sounds a lot. When you look at the current assets, it's 10.5 billion. Now, you would understand why when you look into this company and find out it only has one competitor. I think you need to research these 2 companies. There is one other company, a British company, which I'm looking at, and it is dropping like a stone today. Now, once it finishes dropping, I'm going to pick up. It's Ashtead. It's an international equipment rental company. It rents construction industrial equipment. Now, you've just had all the construction industry go back to work. In the UK, construction industry has been allowed to work throughout all this, and I think this is a good one. It gives a dividend yield of 1.59%. I wouldn't bank on that until next year. Now, PE ratio of 11.62. Now, net income has decreased 7%. Debt to assets is 72. I personally think this is a good point to pick it up and keep it for the long term. I do wish I had picked it up here, but there's a lot of companies I wish I'd picked up there. However, what you have to think is, you've got to think to yourself, is this going to come back again in the post-COVID age? And I'm talking long term. But if you look at that chart, the only time has stopped growing has been when there's been a recession, when there's been a banking crisis, and when there's been COVID-19 or Rona for our friends across the pond. Other than that, it's had consistent growth. So please comment in the box below whether you agree with me, whether you think I'm right or wrong. I like a good debate, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.